In this video, I'm going to talk about how to perform CRUD operations. In the previous video, we created our first entity, which is our company. We successfully connected our NestJS application to Postgres. In the previous NestJS beginner level course, I used a different approach to perform CRUD operations. If you check the recipes from the NestJS package, from the NestJS documentation, you will find the CRUD utilities. Now I'm going to use this package. This package provides CRUD functionality out of the box. I don't need to write methods or controllers. I don't need to create the endpoints. This function will create the endpoints for us. It helps you to create CRUD controllers and services with ease and provide. And you can also get a bunch of features with this package. What you can get the database approach. You can directly interact with database with the help of controller. You don't need to write code for create, update, delete, and find all stuff like that. It will also provide you the pagination. You can also write query, path params, and DTO validation. We did not create the data type object validation. I'll show you how to create that. It's a data transfer object. You can also override the controller methods. If you will have your own custom method, you can also write that. It also provides you the Swagger documentation. It's very powerful. To get started this project, I think we already installed class transformer or class validator. Let me double check that. No, I don't have class transformer or class validator. So we need CRUD type ORM, NestJS CRUD package, and class transformer type ORM. I think I already installed type ORM. No, yeah, we have the type ORM and the NestJS type ORM. Let me copy all of that. And I'm going to paste it here. Oops. Get rid of type ORM because I already installed the type ORM. Yep, everything is good to go now. Cool, all the packages have installed. Now I want to show you the magic of this package, NestJS CRUD, NestJSX CRUD. If you check the documentation of NestJSX CRUD, you will get this documentation. I'm gonna find that for you. Let me find the general information. Here we have NestJSX CRUD. You can write API endpoints, Swagger, documentation. You can apply request authentication, request validation, route configuration. All this stuff is available for you. Now it's time to teach you how to get started with this package. We already created the entity. We have the company entity. Here we have the entity. Now it's time to add the type ORM CRUD service. You can get the type ORM CRUD service from this package, NestJSX CRUD type ORM. I'm gonna copy that. Let's try to open the company service. I'm gonna import this line, type ORM service. So we need to use this package. We need to extend it. Basically, it's a class, type ORM CRUD service. In this service, all the create, update, delete methods are available. If you want to check that, you can also do that. You can see that this is the documentation. Under the hood, they are extending the CRUD service. We have repo, DB name, find one, find, count, get many, get one, create one, update many. All these methods are available for us. Like, they have already written the implementation for these methods. We don't need to do that. That's very powerful. So the type is company because I want to create this service for company class. In the constructor, we need to call this. What is that? We have to inject the repository. We have to inject our inject repository. We need to inject the company. I'm gonna name it to repo. You can choose any name. If you will not inject this company entity, so type ORM will not be able to use. If you will not inject this repository or as an entity, this company service will not be able to use this entity. If I try to run the project, you will get the error because I also need to update my controller. So to use the controller, I have to specify my model. I think I can get the model from CRUD package, NestJSX CRUD. Let's try to get the model property. No, where is the model? NestJSX CRUD. Yeah, it's CRUD and the CRUD controller. I need CRUD. It's a decorator. CRUD is a decorator. CRUD controller is a class. So it is going to extend the CRUD controller. Let me double check that. It's an interface, so we need to implement this interface. CRUD controller. So here inside the constructor, oops, we need to add here CRUD. Here you can add our model, which is type, which is our company model. I need a service because this CRUD controller is expecting this company service. So I think I have to inject this. I need to inject the service, which is type is company service. So I'm gonna pass this service inside the super constructor. You don't need to pass that. I think I don't need to do that. What is wrong? Type generic. It's a generic interface, so I'm gonna name it to company. Yep, everything is good to go now. So this decorator, CRUD decorator, provides the CRUD functionalities. We specified, please create the CRUD functions for the company entity. We already implemented this interface. You will get these methods. Like, it is going to create these resources for us. you will get many, get one, create one, update one base. So you can expect these methods here. You can expect that we have written the implementations for these methods. Now it's time to run our project. I think my PG admin is not running, so I'm gonna run my Postgres admin. Let me provide my password. I'm gonna use Postgres 12. Awesome. So it's time to run the project. I know it's not working. Haha, there is a problem. If company repository is a provider, it's a part of the current company's module. He is right. NestJS is right. Okay. So we need to tell NestJS, I'm going to use my company entity. So you can tell that with the help of type rm module.for feature. It's an array. I'm telling to type rm. You can use these entities inside the company's module. Now the company entity is available for this controller. Now this company entity can use the company service. You can notice that everything is good to go. This route has created get route / companies route has created. Now you can fetch all the companies. You can fetch company by ID. You can create a new company. You can create multiple companies. You can update the company by ID. You can delete the company by ID. So I told you these methods have created for us these methods. So in the CRUD endpoint controller, when you check that, now you can have these endpoints. You can see that get one is basically referencing to this one / by ID, finding company by ID. Get many is basically referring to this one / companies. Create many is pointing at this / bulk endpoint. So under the hood, we created the endpoints. So can we test these endpoints? Maybe you will have the question. Yes, you can. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to the localhost / companies. Awesome. We don't have the company. So you can perform REST API operations by using the Postman. You can install the Postman. It's a REST API development platform. Like you can test your REST API by using this app. I already installed this Postman app. You can do that. But if you're using VS Code, you can also use the extension. It's a very powerful extension, REST client, I think say. Yep, I already installed the REST client. So you can send the API calls from the VS Code. It's very powerful. Let me show you how can you do that. So I am going to create a new file inside the root directory, which is my REST client, rest_that client. So you have to change the extension, the language. I'm going to use the HTTP. Cool. So I'm going to send the request get. I would like to find all the companies. So you can see the syntax highlighting localhost :3000 / companies. So I'm going to click on the send request. Boom. we got the request, which is empty. So it's time to create. If you want to use send the multiple request, I think you can use this triple hash. Let's say create a new company. We need to send the request. I'm going to use the post http localhost :3000/companies. Because we already created this route, companies/companies. So we have to send the post request. So we gotta use this path, which is /root. So I have to set the header because I wanna send the JSON in the request body. I think content type, which is application, I think JSON. I gotta use the JSON. Now I'm gonna send the body. Let me find it out. From the company entity, we have name, domain, and the description. So I'm gonna provide the name. We have to send the JSON. Let's say Facebook, or you can say the Facebook. Domain, facebook.com. You can provide description. Social network app. So how can you send the request? I'm going to click on this one. Boom, a new record is created. You can see that we have name, domain, and the description. Similarly, you can find the companies based on ID. So I'm going to show you how can you do that. I'm going to copy this one. You have to use this triple line. Find a single company. So we have to provide the ID, which is 1. I got the single company. You can see that. Let's create another company. This time I'm going to create Google. You can choose any name, search engine. Let's try to send the post request. A new company has created. Let's try to find all the companies. So we have 2 companies. Similarly, you can perform update request. Let's say update company. So I'm going to copy this one. We have to send the, we empty, nothing to save because we did not provide any body. So I'm going to send the put request, or you can use patch if you want to update the single key. So I'm going to update the single key. So I'm going to send the patch request. ID is 1. Actually, I would like to update the domain also. So I'm going to use the put. Similarly, we have to provide the same content type. I'm interested to update the domain and the name. Domain, let's say netflix.com, or name Netflix. I'm going to send the patch request. Let me save it. I have to add the line here. What is that? Cool. So everything is good now. It has successfully updated. You can also delete that. You can update in bulk, or you can delete in bulk. You can also add the record in bulk, but you can do that. It's your job. I just showed you. You can also create many records, update many records, or delete many records. Let me show you how to create many records. To create many records, I have to use this URL /bulk /bulk. Content type is JSON. So I have to use the bulk. If you are not sure how I'm doing that, you can check from the documentation. These are all the API endpoints. Get one resource, create one resource, create many resources. We are using this endpoint. So that's why we need to provide the bulk, and we will have the bulk object, and it's an array. So let's try to do that. Actually, bulk is an array. So I'm gonna say domain apple.com, name Apple, description buy MacBook Pro. I'm also going to add another one. This time domain is Mandrill. Let's say that Mandrill. Let's provide the description. Email marketing service. I'm gonna send the post request. Cool. We have two products. We have two records which are companies. So you can find all the companies. So I'm gonna send the request. Amazing. Here we have records. You can also double check that from our database. We have full stack DB. Inside the schema, we have tables. I can find all the data by executing the query. All rows. Here we have these records: Google, Netflix, Apple, and the Mandrill. In this way, you can add your CRUD service with this CRUD decorator. You can add these options inside your CRUD controller. Let me open that. You can add model, DTO. I'll teach you how to add DTO. You can add serialize, query, routes, params, and the validations. DTO options, we will have create, update, and replace. I'll teach you how to do that.